Note to self, do not lay anything on top of the laptop because because I cut my last video off. I'm like, oh no. So part two, let's keep going. See, I need to do more and stop showing so much. But I know I don't know, I like to share things with people. And I was talking about my chart, my cheat sheet. A lot of people have asked me how I keep track of things, and so I kind of wanted to share that. But if you wanted to, I'm all about sharing things. If somebody is interested in my template and they want to use that, hey, just let me know. My email is below. You can email me, and I'll be more than happy to share that with you. Um, that's what we're here to do: share, enable, and share. So let's keep going. My goodness, I can't believe I just did that. And I don't know how to edit. So if you tell me, hey, you could have just threw this video in there, this girl don't know how to do that. Anyways, let's keep going. This next project is in this bag. This bag was made by my mom. And I will tell you that this was one of the first bags that we created. When we first started doing bags, we were using Elizabeth Ann's Can Stitch tutorial, which, by the way, it's a great tutorial. A lot of people talk about her tutorials for making bags, but this one has the zipper bag. And so that's how we started, and so my mom made this bag for me. And we just found it to be, this one did take a little bit of time for us to do. So when we found the envelope bag, we were like, yeah, go with that one. Because like I said, my mom can pop out 5-6 bags in a few hours. So that works best for me. Production time is quicker. That's what I want, quicker. And I don't really care for the, zipper. I'm good with what I have. And this is a little bit flimsy. Like I said, we've played trial and error with interfacing, so I think we've gotten to a point where we're good. But in that bag, I have this chart. And I really like this chart. I started this back in December, so I haven't been working on this too much. I don't have a lot of progress. But this is Robot Girl by Sphinx Design Studios, but this was charted by Stitches So Beautiful. So when I was able to finally get a big enough piece of fabric, I started her. And this is just an 18 count white Ada, and I'm just using DMC colors. Now, Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher from Crafts and Books, she's the admin owner of Crafts and Books Facebook group. She did an event at the end of November for Stitches So Beautiful. And although I did not start this during the event, I did started it the next week as part of that. So yay, I'm legit in the Stitches So Beautiful clan now, group. And I do, I was told that it's probably better for me to grid my own fabric. And so I kind of grid as I go. It's not the best, but it helps. When I started doing full coverage, I thought, oh, I don't need to grid. I know how to count. I'm sorry, but we don't know how to count. So the gridding works well, especially when I'm, if I'm working on a color and I need to, I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh. My brain is just so dead right now, and I'm so mad that this thing shut off on me. But so when I kind of have to go off here, because you can see that I went off there. So the grids help. Okay, let's keep on moving. This next bag was also one that we created with the Elizabeth Ann Ken Stitch. This is one of the first bags that that my mom made for me. I keep saying I created, I did. I didn't do anything but maybe cut the fabric and iron the interface. So there's that one. And she actually made me, I think, a big one and a small one out of this. We'll see. In this one, I have a bigger project too. This is one of my favorite ones as well. They're all my favorites. What am I talking about? This is Blue Gin by Artsy Fartsy Stitches. I was encouraged by Crafts and Books again to start a full coverage piece. So I found this to be a cute chart, and this was actually my first full coverage that I started. I started this back in September of 2023. And I'm just using DMC color. There's a lot of black there. I really want to get into the middle, so that's why I'm kind of going in, because I want to get into some colors. But she's really cute. I like her. That's on a big piece of fabric. That's my baby crib fabric size. This next project bag is a gift from Shelly from the Garon Retreat. Look at that. That's cute. I like that. And this one holds my Quaker turtle. This is by the Mindful Needle Designs. And I started this back in June of 2023. And I'm just stitching this on a 14 count Aida by Charles Craft. This was a printed fabric that I purchased. It's like bluish, greenish fabric. And so I thought it was just perfect. I just needed, the reason I started this was because I needed a project for the monthly magazine challenge. And so I needed something that matched the letter N in manure. So the June challenge, so Carolyn and Robin, Bird's Eye Stitcher, they do these monthly acrostics where there'll be a theme and then a word. And the word for June of 23 was manure. And so I needed a chart that fit the letter N, and this is what I got. Yes, those girls can get creative sometimes with their words. It's fun. But they're flexible with their acrostics too, you know. They don't tell you, you make your own goals, you know. Do for you. This next bag I bought from Joyful Stitching. And this is one of the first bags I bought from someone. And I had, so Sherry from Colorado Cross Stitcher, she does a lot of her bags as far as giveaways and things like that. So she started advertising her back when I first started stitching, and so I just wanted to buy a bag from her. I thought I need a project bag. So this is really like one of the first bags that I bought. So I use that for some of my bigger projects sometimes. And in that bag, I have the Wizard of Oz tree by Tiny Modernist. I really like Tiny Modernist. If you watched my last video about my haul, you'll notice I bought a lot of Tiny Modernist at the Jingle Ball. But I started this back in April of 2022, and I'm stitching this on a 14 count Aida by Witchold, and the color is Touch of Blue. Laura, Stitching by the Shore, is also stitching on this, and she's almost done. I think she's down here in this part down here, so it looks amazing. I like it. This was a new release from the 2022 Nashville Needle Market, and so I had purchased it from a shop at that time. I just saw it. I like Wizard of Oz movie, and I like, the fantasy of it, or whatever you call it. So I just bought it. My dad is a big Wizard of Oz fan. And so I'm thinking that when I finish this, I will probably have it finished and gift it to him. You know, he introduced us to the Wizard of Oz when we were kids, and I just remember him really liking that. So here's a little project bag from the one that I showed. I knew I had a little one. So whenever there was a little piece left, my mom made this. And these size bags, I don't have a whole lot of these, but this size bag I use for smaller projects. I don't use it as a Notion bag. I use it for small projects. And in that one, I have this chart. Now, this is 4th of July by Tiny Modernist. When I took this out, I haven't worked on this in a while, but when I took this out, I thought to myself, now why in the world would I not stitch this on the white fabric? Because this is only charted with 2 colors, which is the blue and the red, but I'm stitching it on this fabric, which I don't even have a name for the fabric. It's not on my thing. Okay, don't lay anything down. I'm sure this is a 14 count. It looks like it might be like a vintage. No, I don't know. I have to find my notes. I don't know why I don't have it written down. But here's my thinking. If I'm going to continue this, I'm thinking, should I start this on a white fabric? Or should I just add some white color to it? So you see those fireworks? I'm wondering if I just add some white to it. Or maybe I will stitch these stars and the stripes in white. I don't know. When I pulled this out, I was like, what in the world? Like, why did I not stitch this on a white fabric? So, I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay if I just do it. I don't know. What do you think? There's not a whole lot of there, so I mean I can really just restart it, or I can just add some white. Let me know what you think. Comment below and tell me what you think about that. Because I just want to do it. I like doing patriotic things, and you'll notice that I do. I don't know why. Patriotic is I like doing it. So I do want to do that. I want to finish it just because it's patriotic. All right, so this next bag I purchased from Garon. This is a Garon tote bag. I purchased this I think it was not last year, but the year before for Christmas. They do bag sales. So Ronnie has Garon tote bags. They have a store, Garon Stitchery, I think it's called, but they also have the tote bags. And so Ronnie makes bags, and they have a monthly club, but they also do bag sales from time to time. This is a very well-made bag. This is really like their Notions bag. It's a smaller bag. Again, I like small bags. So if it's not this, it's a much bigger bag. And to me, they're just too big. So I just bought this one. I thought this was cute. And I do keep a Christmas project in here. And this is actually one of my oldest Christmas projects too. Well, one of my first one that I did. It's called All the Trimmings, and this is a Fat Quarter Shop exclusive. So in September of 2021, again, I'm a new stitcher. I found out about Fat Quarter Shop. I realized they do a lot of quick, simple things. So they did a stitch along, a Christmas in September stitch along. And so this was a mystery chart at the time. They would only release like one row at a time. And so I started that, but that's when I quickly learned that I'm a start along type of person. I heard somebody say one time, start along, not stitch along. And so I kind of took that in and I made it my model too for salves. So, so I'll start things, but I won't necessarily keep up with the salves. But I will do them if they're, if they're fun. And this was a free chart, I think. But you can purchase, I think you can purchase this chart. I'm not sure. This is one of those charts that I really just want to finish this year. I want to be done with it. And I'm stitching this on a 14 count Ada by Witchold. And the color is, it's a chalkboard black. It's just a cute little thing, but I want to finish it. I want to finish it this year. And I have a plan to do that, which I'll discuss in my next video. This is another bag by my mom. I love these owls. And in this bag I have Autumn Beauties, which is another Fat Quarter Shop exclusive. This was a free pattern. This was a mystery sale, a 5-part mystery sale that they did back in October of 2021. So I think they went from the Christmas to this. But I started this October 10th, 2021. And as you can see, I still haven't finished it. But I am stitching this on 14 count Ada, which is an Ada by Lori Holt, color oatmeal. And I am using the Called for Classic Color Works floss. And there's that. And this is another one that I want to finish. I don't know if I can, but I just want to finish all these charts, all these WIPs. Anything that I did in 2021 needs to be done this year. And then just work my way. All right. Be right back. Okay, I'm looking at the time here and I really need to get going. All right, this next project is on a bag that I got at Goodwill. Again, just, you know, one of those makeup bags or whatever. You know what? Let me move this over. Okay. And in this bag, we have this chart. This is Life is Short, and it is a Decor With Me Dreams Time. This is a kit that I bought at Joann's Fabric in the store. I started this on November of 2021, and this was a kitted project. It came with the 14 count Ada navy blue and the embroidery floss. And the only note I have for this is that I started it just because I didn't want it sitting in the drawer collecting dust. Really, Joanne? Do we do that a lot? Do we just like buy kits and just have them sitting? But I guess I felt bad back then that it was just sitting there collecting dust. So I started it. Whatever. This is another one of my mom's bags. Ooh, bags. This has words like love, faith, hope. And in here, I have For Thee, which is Live, Laugh, Love. And I started this back in January of 2022. This is just something that I started for the New Year's Eve 12 by 12 stitching event that Pam from Just Keep Stitching and Kia B were doing, or still do. I know Kia B still does it. She started this a couple years ago. So I started this to put it on a Baringo board. And this is just on an 18 count white Ada. And it's just DMC colors. And this is by Lila Studios. This was an online freebie. I found this online. It was a freebie chart that I found online. This is my next bag. I just thought about this. You know, I do have Quaker Turtle. I don't know why I didn't put Quaker Turtle in here. This is turtles. Like I said, I don't do bags for projects. I just put whatever's in there. But in that bag, I have Love Your Family by Teresa Kogut. And this came from her Let Love Rain book, which was released in 2022. I think it was for Nashville, one of the markets. One of those markets for the designers. But I wanted to join in on Garon's monthly designer focus that they started in 2022. And Teresa Kokett was their December designer. So because I had this chart, I thought, why not? Never too late to start, just start it. And so I had it in my stash. And I'm stitching this on a 16 count Ada by Witchold color amber. And I'm just using the DMC colors. And that's where I'm at. This next bag, crayons. And in that bag, I have Sand and Sun, which is by Tracy of Ink Circles. This was don't know if it was was this an exclusive? No. Okay, so this was purchased, I purchased this at Garon Stitching in the Wild retreat, but I think this chart came out at their retreat. I'm not sure. But I saw it. Of course, they had the model there at their store, and it was already kitted. Like he had the kitted packs, the fabric, the floss, all of it came kitted. And so this is on a 16 count Ada by Witchold, color Touch of Peach, and it's using the Classic Colorworks. And I started this back in May of 2023. I did not start it at the retreat. A lot of the ladies started this at the retreat. I did not. I started it after the fact. So that's that. Another Garon Toten bags. I bought this at the retreat in May. Ronnie makes some really cute bags. But I saw this and had to buy it. And I have this piece in there. I haven't stitched on this in a while. So this is Spring Banner by Stony Creek Collection. I am going to stitch this minus the word spring. I just wanted this piece here. I'm stitching this on a 14 count Ada that I bought at Michael's. It's like a printed bluish greenish color. But I thought I used this as a June 2023 piece for Colorado Cross Stitch Camp in June. We needed a piece with a bird in it. And so I had this and thought I just started. Now, I thought I was going to, the thing with Sherry's challenges is you have to start on the 1st or anytime after the 1st, but you have to finish by the end of the month. As you can see, that didn't happen. So I kind of failed at this. But that's okay. I started this in June. I started it late, and so I never really got into it, but I like this. I really want to finish it. I think it's a cute chart, so I'm going to try to finish it. This is my next bag from my mom. Oh, there. And in that bag, I have this, guys. This is Stitching in the Wild. This is created by Bromie's Creations. This, I do believe, was a, well, this was a freebie chart for all the attendees. So this was an exclusive for us. But this is one of the charts that we got in our swag bag. And they had the floss pack at the retreat, so I bought the floss pack. Anytime I can buy the flosses or the kitted pieces, I'm all for it. This is on a 16 count Ada from Fabrics by Stephanie. The color's Colonial Parchment. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. Got a phone call. So I don't know what I was saying about this, but here's that. Let's keep on moving. I'm just looking at the time and I'm like, my next project bag. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the movie. Woody. I don't know. You guys know that movie. I don't remember the name. Anyways, this bag holds this chart. This is Sweet Summertime by Annabella's. And this was actually a grab bag chart from her swag bag from her summer pop-up retreat in 2023. And it came kitted with the DMCs, the fabric, and the finishing supplies. So this should be done soon. If I really just get to it, it will be done. I don't have a lot left. I've got that tire and the word summertime. And this is a 28 count white Lugana. And I started this back in October 2023. This next bag, sunflowers. And in this bag I have Sunshine and Blooms. This is Sunshine and Blooms by Teresa Kogut. This was an exclusive for our retreat, Stitching in the Wild in 2023. And actually, this was the chart that a lot of the girls at the retreat bought, and they started it. There was a table that actually started it as a sale during the retreat Friday evening. But I thought it was a cute chart. It was fully kitted, so I thought, why not? Let's buy it. But this may become available after May. You know, a lot of times when these designers do an exclusive chart, it is only exclusive to the retreat and for 1 year. This is on an 18 count Ada by XJU Designs, and the color is Grandma's Slip. And I started this chart in July of 2023, so I did not start this at the retreat. I started after the fact. And I'm stitching this 1/1. When I started stitching this, I started doing it 2/1, but I felt like it was too dark, so I restarted it, and I like it better like that. It looks vintagey. Another bag from my mom. And this is one of my favorite charts. I don't know why. I like these designs by Stitchy Princess. She is from the Ukraine. This is called Magical Forest. And she just does funky things. I just like the stuff she does. I bought her chart. She came out with a chart about a month or two ago. I cannot share it because it's a mystery thing. She's not going to release it, I think, until later this year, if I understood correctly. But this is Magical Forest. I started stitching this back in April of 2022, so I've been on this for a while. I'm about halfway done, and I purchased this chart to support her during the Ukraine and Russia war in 2022. When that war started, that's when she was putting out charts to support her and her family. So I thought, why not? I went to her Etsy shop and I purchased this. And I have been purchasing her charts along the way from time to time. But this is on a 14 count Ada. It's medium green by Swigart. And I'm just using the DMC cloth for DMC. Here's another one of these smaller bags. Now this WIP should be done. This is Seasons of the Heart Autumn by Janine from the Blue Flower. And this was one of my starts for New Year's Eve 12 by 12 in 2022. And what was I going to say? I bought this because Garon started when he was doing his monthly designer, Focus Designer in 2022. I wanted to stitch something by the Blue Flower, so I purchased this, but I don't think I started it with them. Actually, this is going to be their blue. See, I need to read my notes. I don't know why I'm trying to rush. So when I saw the Blue Flowers January designs, I had to purchase a chart to stitch it. So I did it, and I started it for the New Year's Eve in December. So their designer focus for January of 2023 was the Blue Flower. So I purchased this and started it for NYE 12 by 12 in December, just to get it started. It is 14 count. It's on 14 count Ada by Fiddler's Cloth, and it's light oatmeal. And it really should be done. The problem is that this guy here needs to be restitched. I don't know why I chose that white. I think the cloth for color was a little light and I didn't like it. And I thought, well, let me try another color. And I don't like it. So I've got to redo him, and then I just have to finish the border. And I think there's a couple things here that I still have to stitch. But I think the same color for this owl here, there's an owl there. I think the same color of the owl is the same color of that little guy down there. And I don't know, I just haven't stitched it because I need to really just revisit it and be done. So that will be done as soon as I can figure out those colors. Oh, I have a bag like this. I just realized. I guess she made me 2 bags. Ooh. In this bag, I have Bountiful, which is a freebie by Fat Quarter Shop for the Make-A-Wish Foundation 2023. So Fat Quarter Shop will do a free chart for Make-A-Wish Foundation every year. This year they have one called Sunbeam Moon or something like that. It's really pretty. And it's a free chart. The only thing that they ask is that you donate to Make-A-Wish Foundation from her area, which is in Texas. And so, of course, I put in my donation. I think she requests $15 or $20 donation to Make-A-Wish. And so she does that. They do this every year. And this is just on a 16 count Ada color white. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot on it. I really like this. I just have to get it out and start working on it. That's the problem. I have so many things and I just don't I'll get them. This is my next bag. This is another old chart, old WIP. I don't even have a cheat sheet, but this is Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And I do know this is called How Does Your Garden Grow? This is a stitch along that they did last year or the year before. And I bought the whole kit. And so they would email you parts of the chart. Now I finished part 1, and then I realized that I don't have the chart. So I have to find it. It's somewhere in my email. I don't know what happened to the chart, but if I don't find it, I'm going to have to just go in the store and purchase it. It is available. I was stitching it on Zoom one night, and Camille, who's from the group, went online and she says that they do have the chart available in PDF. So I may just have to go purchase it, but I want to see if I can find it first because I already purchased it. You know, I got it in my email. I just don't know what happened to it. So, and this is one of those that I don't know, you know, it's kind of like the other one where I almost UFO'd it, and then I thought, you know, I have these charts there, just do it. So I may, but it's not something that I want to get done right away. It's not one of my favorites. So if I do it, I do it. If I don't, I'm not going to stress it. This is the next bag. And in this bag, and this is a small start, not a whole lot. This is Come Party with Frank by Fox and Rabbit. This was a freebie chart that we got at the Grand Retreat in 2023. And I just started it just because I did buy the floss pack at the retreat. And then I purchased a 28 count Lugana by Atomic Ranch from a fast retreat that I attended here this last year. But it's 28 count Lugana by Atomic Ranch fabrics, color Wild Mint. And I started this in November 2023. And this has DMC colors and then one classic color works. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to stitch all that white. I don't know if this fabric was the best to do, but I think I may not stitch all that white in the sign, but we'll see. But I just started it, if I have a kitted project, why not? Just start it. Then I have this bag. That's cute. I like that. And in this bag I I'm going to tell you, I don't know the French name or if that's French, but it's between dog and wolf. This is a long dog samplers chart. And Crafts and Books created an event start January 1st of 2024 to work on a long dog sampler chart. And started, several of the ladies wanted to start their charts, so I had to buy one so I could join in. Why not? I've never stitched long dogs and long dog samplers, so I went on their website one day while on Zoom, and I just kind of looked through. I didn't want to do anything big. I found this to be a pretty interesting looking chart, and so I bought it. And the nice thing about it is that, we're stitching different long dog samplers, but one of the ladies in the group, Deborah, she's my stitchy friend, she also purchased this chart. So we were like, oh, great, and we can stitch together. This is on a 28 count Lugana by Atomic Ranch Wild Mint. This is the same piece that you just saw on the other chart. But yeah, so some of the ladies, I know Sarah and Laura. Sarah is one of the stitchy friends. She's joined soon. She's stitching with Laura by Stitching by the Shore, Fish and Ships. And so they're stitching that together. I don't recall if anybody else is stitching that. And so Deborah and I are stitching the wolf, dog and wolf, and then you've got other people stitching other things. So it's just kind of nice to, be able to stitch something together. There is no time frame. We're just stitching it, Although Sarah, she's stitching Fish and Ships. She has a timeline. Her boyfriend told her that if she finished that Fish and Ships this year, that he will gift her a trip to Rome. So we are trying to encourage her to stitch, get it done. We know she can do it. So she wants to go to Rome. I think it's Rome. So yeah, it's kind of nice to see her progress as she stitches along. So that's kind of neat. This bag came from Goodwill. I just bought this. It has the letter J. I think that's a letter J. So I just bought it. I use it for my project. In that bag, I have Dreaming Frida by Barbara Anna Designs. And I started this because not only did I liked it, but Laura from Stitching by the Shore, she is doing an ongoing Stitch Barbara Anna hashtag. And so she started this sometime last year. I heard her talking about, she would say, if you're stitching Barbara Anna, hashtag this. And so I wanted to join in. And I thought it was a nice chart. I purchased this. I actually got this from Annabella's. So I won a $25 certificate from her store during the pop-up retreat in the summer. And so this was one of the purchases that I got from that gift. And this is on 18 count Ada Vintage Country Mocha. And I'm just using the DMC colors. I like stitching on this. I just need to get back to it. But I like that. I like this. It's cute. Another one of these. I don't know how in the world my mom ended with this many fabrics. Farm Life by It's So Emma. I received this chart as a giveaway from Nicola, who is Bubble Stitches. She was doing a giveaway on her channel. And I have been watching Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop stitch and talk about this. So I was kind of happy when I won this chart from the FlossTube, or Nicola is a FlossTuber. And I'm stitching this on a 16 count Ada by Witchold. And the color is amber. And I started this back in March 2022. And I am using the cloth for color and cottons. I actually purchased the thread pack from Fat Quarter Shop because this is one of their charts. They had the thread packs available, so I just broke down and bought the thread pack because I want that variegated look. My next bag is this. And in that bag, I have my other Witchy Wednesday stitch, which is Happy Halloween, or Y Capella de la Estrella by Crochet a Go-Go. And this is a freebie on her charts. When I started looking for Halloween charts to do with Stitchy Wednesday, I found this. And so I had a 32 count Lugana by Fabrics by Stephanie in my stash, and the color is Spellbound. So I got this out, and I'm just using the DNC color. And that's where I'm at. This next bag I bought, this is another Goodwill bag. Like I said, I'm a Goodwill person. I find bags, I buy them. In there we have Hearts and Flowers. This is a Rosewood Manor chart. So again, Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher, she wanted Rosewood Manor to be her designer for her 60th birthday in December of 2023. If you know Beth, she turned 60 in December, and she started 60 projects in 2023 as part of her birthday. And so in December, she asked that we stitch Rosewood Manor, so I purchased this chart. And I'm stitching this on a 16 count white Ada. And the chart, when I purchased the chart on 123 Stitch, I think, I purchased the called for Weeks Dye Works color, which is called Bethlehem. So that is a variegated, this is only has one, that's one color. It's called Bethlehem. It's really pretty. And Addie, who is Addie Quilts and Stitch or something. I'm sorry, Addie, I can't remember your name. She is a FlossTuber. She's also part of our group, in our Zoom group. She's also stitching this with the same floss. So I think she's gotten a little ahead of me, but that's okay. It's kind of nice. Her and I are stitching that together, so it's kind of cool. It's cool when you have other people stitching with you. You know, we can follow along. And did I just show you the back of my fabric? No. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought that was the back. So it's kind of nice to have other people stitching with you. This is my next bag. Ooh. And Heartfelt. So this is Heartfelt by Fat Quarter Shop. This was their 2022 Make-A-Wish Foundation freebie. And I started this in March of 2022. It's on a 14 count Aida, color pale gray gingham. And I have to say, this was my twenty twenty three. Do you see any highlighting on this paper? No. That means that I did not put not one stitch on this chart in 2023. And somebody said the other day that when you look at your WIPs, if you haven't touched it in a year, it may be a good idea to UFO it. So I didn't touch this at all. Like, I didn't stitch on this. It's cute. Do I want to do it? Sure. But if I don't work on a project for a year, does that mean that you just lost the love for it and you need to move on and call it a day? I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is I will see how this year goes. And if I don't put any stitches on this piece, I'm going to probably have to say I'm not going to stitch on it. But I don't know. I don't want to make that rule, but I'm going to have to start setting some rules and figure out how to get these WIPs done or not done. Now, this is my last WIP. And this is a Beauty and the Beast piece of fabric. So here's the thing about the envelope. It is very directional, and so if you're going to do something like this, I think you have to be careful about the direction. You know, could this have been turned the other way? Sure. Do I care? No. Some people do. I just, I tell my mom, just make my bags. As long as they look decent enough that I can just put my stuff in it and they're safe in there, I don't care. So that's that. And this is Hands on Design, Let's Talk Stitching. And, my note says, been seeing other stitchers show their WIPs of this and thought it was a nice chart. I enjoy doing charts like this. I think I like doing charts with words and things like that. So just seeing other people stitch it, I thought, man, I want to do that. So I went to 1 to 3 Stitch and I bought it. And I started stitching this in May of 2022. It's on a 16 count Aida by Swigart and the color is black. And I probably could finish this if I started. I like stitching on this. Stuff like this I like. I just, I participate in challenges, acrostic challenges. And so if I can't use it for an acrostic, then it doesn't get touched that month. So I have to do better. I have to get a little bit more creative. But we'll talk about that in my next video. That is it, you guys. I didn't even count. I don't know how many WIPs I have. Maybe you counted. You can let me know. As I put it away, I'll kind of keep track. I do have a spreadsheet, but I have to update my spreadsheet because I think I haven't added everything, or I noticed the other day I had things in my WIP section tab that was already done. So I have to really sit down and do that. Okay, so this is almost 50 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. I like showing everything I've worked on, everything I need to work on. Yeah, so let's keep encouraging each other. If you have any questions about any of my WIPs, anything that you saw here, anything, if you just want to talk, hey, my email is below. You can reach me by email. You can reach me by Instagram. My Instagram is Joanne the Eclectic Stitcher. Or if you just want to talk, hey, join Crafts and Books. They have a Zoom group. And I will talk about some other student groups that I joined that, hey, join us. Come talk with us. We don't bite. Well, I don't know. No. There might be some people in it. No, I'm just kidding. It's a great group of ladies. If you're looking to connect with other people, come join us. Just send me an email. I don't really put the groups down below in my show notes, but if you wanted to know, just reach out to me. I don't have a problem answering your questions. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help, enable each other, and just enjoy the stitching community. So that's it. That's all I've got for you. I'm so glad that I didn't hit any buttons to stop my video again. But hopefully you will get to watch both. And then tomorrow I will record another video with everything else. Thank you guys. Have a great day. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.